Behold, Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
Who are you people?
We are the last of the Elven.
So you say, frequently.
We remember who the people truly are, even as you city elves forget.
What's a Shemlin?
It is the elven word for human.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
The sooner I finish my business, the sooner I'll leave.
You have no business here.
Wait. This is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shemlin? I thought she'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marithari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
Marithari, I was told to bring you this amulet.
Andaranatishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marithari. Let me look at you. It has been a long, hard journey to this place. And it's far from over. Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
Your guard said you spoke of me. How did you know I was coming?
I listened. To the wind, to the birds, as the hunters do. To my dreams. I watched the stars. There is great wisdom to be found all around us, if you know how to listen for it. But I was not certain. Nothing is certain.
Are you the leader of these Dalish? Why did the witch tell me to bring this amulet to you?
I am the keeper of this clan. It is my task to guide my people and to ensure the old ways are not forgotten. As for Asha Belinar, I am tied to her, just as you are, by a debt that must be repaid.
Exactly what have I been carrying around? Is it magic?
It is a promise, child, made by one whose word still has weight. And therefore, it has terrible power. There are few things in this world stronger than a promise kept. Remember that.
I brought the amulet here as I was asked. Aren't you supposed to tell me what to do with it?
I understand. It's never an easy thing to speak of debts. I will ask no more questions of you. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
Who is your first? First of what?
Your people would call her my apprentice, or heir. Merril would have taken my place as keeper. But she has chosen a new path. Please, guide her safely from here.
I live in Kirkwall. I don't have room for stray elves.
You needn't look after her. Simply take her to the city. You will find Merril waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shiral.
This mountain is cursed, I swear. 3 in a row, I've shot at and I've missed deer.
Maybe it's not the mountain. Maybe it's just you that's cursed, my love.
You always know just what to say to put my mind at ease.
We have our bows trained on you, Shenlin. Conduct your business with the Keeper quickly.
Don't you just love how welcoming they all are?
You've done more for me than I have any right to expect. But I don't even know what some of the things on this list are.
If I were the Keeper, you wouldn't even have that list. Your family murdered Zathrian and his entire tribe.
They weren't themselves. They were cursed. And each day more lose themselves to the beast.
What's this about curses? And beasts?
This Shemlin speaks for the werewolves of the Brazilian forest. She represents murderers.
And saviors too. They fought at the Battle of Denerim with the hero of Ferelden. But now they're losing hold of their senses. Even the Lady of the Forest is growing wild. If you don't help soon, there'll be nothing but monsters, and then you'll see murders.
We are done.
The Dalish said the werewolves killed Zathrian, and his entire tribe.
We heard a Dalish tribe was killed in the forest. I didn't know werewolves did that until I came here. Keeper Marithari told me. She said Zathrian was at fault too. That's all I know.
You've come a long way to help werewolves. You're not one of them, are you?
Me? No. But my cousin Josiah is. He was missing for years. We thought he was dead. But he came back after the Blight. He was a hero, of sorts. But now, he's slowly losing his mind.
If I can help keep the werewolves from turning to beasts, I will.
Thank you. The curse can't be broken, but it can be slowed. The Keeper gave me a list of ingredients, but some will be difficult and dangerous to find. Please, help me find them.
So yeah, obviously different quests based on who we got as an army in Origins.
Watch your step, Shem. You don't know how many Dalish arrows are trained on you right now.
We have...
This is yours, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought this was lost to us, like so many other things. My gratitude.
How was the hunting today, Chandon?
Slow, I'm afraid.
Shemlin. Wonderful. Make your business here quick.
Not as cute as you.
Again, so welcoming.
I am Master Island, a crafter for this clan. Forced to stay so close to this Shemlin city, I've seen my share of outsiders pass through our camp. Is there something you needed?
Are you a specialist? What sort of things do you make?
A Dalish crafter does many things. We create weapons, armor, anything our clan has need of.
I don't need anything right now.
Of course.
Improves with level up. There we go.
Dalish crafting is second to none, I assure you.
Get used to this place, we'll be coming back here quite often.
Do you ever miss Tevinter?
I was a slave.
Still, it was your home, right? The only one you remember. Does it ever feel strange not to be there?
Sometimes. That does not mean I would go back.
You're one of the Amaranthine conspirators. There's a bounty on your head.
Curse you!
Just walked up. Hey, there's a bounty on your head. Just love how casually Hawk said that. It's like, oh, hey, there's a bounty on your head. Hi, Merril.
Oh, I didn't hear. You must be the one the Keeper told me about. Anethera.
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it?
I'm Merril, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
Why are you leaving the Dalish for Kirkwall?
I have to. Let's leave it at that for now, all right?
I get the feeling you're in trouble.
It's not like that. Not exactly, anyway. The Keeper and I have disagreements, but it will sort itself out in time.
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose. The first to keep a Marathari. I've studied the old ways for as long as I can remember. I know things. The law of the Dalish that can help us get to the summit of Sandermort.
Great camera angle.
Did you hear that strange noise?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
You seem awfully nervous.
I've never met a human before. Dalish mothers frighten their children with stories about you, you know. Not you, personally, of course. I'm sure they don't have any tales about you. Or not scary ones, at least. Not that you're not notable enough to have a story. I'll just shut up now.
That's the cute angle of Merril's character that a lot of people really like, myself included. Now, I've said that I usually tend to go with the rivalry route with Merril, but it's mainly... there's a specific reason for it. It's one of the only ways to be able to actually convince Merril to destroy the Alluvian. And especially after, well, after what happens here at the camp and what happens to the Keeper, it kind of helps push her in the direction of, look what pursuing this cost you, it's not worth it, and we're able to convince her that, but only if you go the rivalry route. So, like a lot of things, you know, we're doing a specific type of run here. That doesn't mean I don't like some of these other characters, because I do like Merril. She's adorable. But I tend to go rivalry because the whole, she keeps defending, you know, using demons and blood magic and such, and we tend to go, no, you can't do that, and that causes a lot of rivalry, so.
We've got a job to do. Don't waste time chatting.
My sister is better at stabbing things than making conversation. I'm Bethany Hawke. Pleased to meet you.
I know little of outsiders. No chatting is for the best. I'd probably say a lot of things that are very stupid. We should go. Your task is for Asher Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her, though. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Asher Bellinar wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
I take it you've been expecting me to bring this amulet for some time.
The Keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that. I do know that you have Asher Bellinar's amulet, and we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop. Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
Let's get this over with.
Can I just say that's one thing that irritates me at times with this game, that these enemies will just stand there and take all this.
I imagine it's difficult to give away something nobody wants.
All keepers know a bit of old magic. The stories tell us that all Elven once had the gift. But like so many things, it was lost. It's a keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Can't demons possess Dalish mages?
It can happen. And when it does, the clan must hunt and kill their own keeper.
Does the Chantry know about the Dalish mages?
Oh, they know. Keeper Marathari told me that was one of the reasons we never camped too long in one place. They usually won't pursue us if we stay away from the cities and towns and keep moving.
And no one minds having to pick up and move over and over just to protect a few of you?
Why would they mind? Once we've picked over a hunting ground, there's no reason to stay. But my clan is now in more danger, having lost our Hala.
If you go to Kirkwall, you'll be an apostate in a city full of Templars.
I know. But if I don't go to Kirkwall, I'll be alone. A solitary elf is easy prey for anyone. In the city, I can get lost in the crowd.
Watch where you're casting those spells.
I'm sorry. I wasn't sure what was best to do. I've done a little fighting before, but it was always alone. I'll try not to hit anyone. On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again. Let's go.
But let me just finish what I was saying. You notice how we kept hitting that thing when it had no health and it just would not die? It happens more often than I like in this game, and it just drives me nuts. It's like, come on, just die already! And you just keep hitting it, and it refuses to die. It becomes infuriating at times. Like this right here!
You can feel how thin the veil is up here. Perfect place to bury your dead. The ancient elves were brilliant.
So the Keeper finally found someone to take you from here.
Yes.
Then finish your task quickly, human. We cannot be rid of this one too soon.
So, this is awkward. Anyone else think this is awkward? How about we move along?
I have made my choice. And I will save our clan whatever you think.
We should keep moving.
Of course. My apologies.
A landslide blocked the path. There's a cave that should take us to the other side.
I'm sorry. You're not really seeing the Dalish at their best. We're good people that look out for each other. Just not today, apparently.
There's more going on here than you and Marathari have told me.
It's a misunderstanding. It doesn't matter now. Even if my people don't appreciate my efforts, I must see this through. Let's go. Ashabelanar isn't known for her patience.
Oh no! A giant spider! More giant spiders! So yeah, the no spiders mod for DA2 turns them into Mabari. Look, I'm not too fond of the whole killing dogs or anything, but gotta do what I gotta do to not have to see those giant spiders in this game anymore. 'Cause seriously, screw that.
Victory.
I can open the way forward. One moment.
Blood magic? Foolish. Very foolish.
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
Call it what it is. You summoned a demon.
Demons are just spirits, like honor or joy. It's not their fault they are what they are.
Ignore the tiger. Not its fault that it's going to eat you. Sound advice.
Be careful up ahead. Restless things prowl the heights. In the days of Arlathon, the elders came here to sleep. Uthanara. The endless dream, they called it. But they don't sleep peacefully anymore.
Yeah, let's just say that when I first did this and I heard her say that, I thought, oh, this poor, sweet, innocent little elf just clearly doesn't know better. And I was completely on Fenris's side there, what he said. I'm like, you do realize what you're saying, right? You can't just... Oh, it's just a demon is just also a spirit. It's not their fault that they are what they are. Really? That's your argument on that? Merril, you poor sweet little girl. Just... Oh, no, no, no.
You've been an apostate your whole life, then?
Like my father before me? What of it?
Didn't your family consider that dangerous?
There are mages who go their whole lives without ever falling prey to a demon. Many of them, in fact.
And if the Templars came looking for you, that would not be danger enough.
Perhaps there shouldn't be any Templars.
See, this is why the whole topic is such an interesting gray discussion. See, this is, again, why I love having this movement speed mod. Because there's a lot of ground to cover in this game. There it is.
I'll deal with this.
I think it's safe now. Place the amulet on the altar, and I'll begin the rite.
Aharin amalana salen. Emma ira au bella zaviranan. Isalahamin vinanhim dofilas. In Uthanera narivas.
Hi, Flemeth.
here we are. A witch.
Friend of yours?
You speak the word as if it is cheap coin, meant for spending.
You don't know me.
Huh. I know your type.
Anderana Tishan Ashabalana.
One of the people. I see. So young and bright. Do you know who I am, beyond that title?
I know only a little.
Then stand. The people bend their knee too quickly. So refreshing to see someone who keeps their end of a bargain. I half expected my amulet to end up in a merchant's pocket.
You were inside that amulet the entire time?
Just a piece. A small piece. But it was all I needed. A bit of security, should the inevitable occur. And if I know my Morrigan, it already has.
What I found interesting about this, looking back on it, was the idea that she anticipated what was going to happen in Origins, of our character going to take her down and get the grimoire from Flemeth on Morrigan's behalf. So, anticipating something like this would happen, she did something that we probably, including Morrigan, didn't think she could do. Removing a part of herself, putting it into the amulet to basically ensure that she would continue living on. Think of it, for those of you who have are familiar with Harry Potter, think of it, I know this is kind of spoiler territory, but even if I heard this word, I wouldn't have known what was going on. Think of it like the Horcrux from Harry Potter for Voldemort. That's kind of what she did with this amulet. She basically put a piece of herself to help ensure that even if she got killed in Origins, she would continue living on. It's a very interesting way to think about it, and to also consider that that's a power that she has, when you think about it.
Is that someone I should know?
She's a girl who thinks she knows what is what better than I or anyone. And why not? I raised her to be as she is. I cannot expect her to be less.
I'm not sure whether she's your daughter or your enemy.
Neither is she.
Why did you need me to bring you here?
Because I had an appointment to keep. And because I did not want to be followed, you smuggled me here quite nicely.
I don't understand. Are you some kind of vision?
Must I be in only one place? Bodies are such limiting things. I am but a fragment cast adrift from the whole, a bit of flotsam to cling to in the storm.
A fragment?
You do not need to understand, child. Know only that you may have saved my life, just as I once saved yours. An even trade, I think.
You are no simple witch.
Figured that out yourself, did you?
I have seen powerful mages, spirits, and abominations, but you are none of those things. What are you?
Such a curious land. The chains are broken, but are you truly free?
You see a great deal.
I am a fly in the ointment. I am a whisper in the shadows. I am also an old, old woman. More than that, you need not know.
You should have told me what I would face.
Did I trick you? I asked you to bring the amulet, and you did. If I thought it such an easy task, I might have asked anyone. But you have succeeded where others would not.
You have plans, I take it.
Destiny awaits us both, dear girl. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice. We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It is only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly.
Stop speaking in riddles.
You're welcome. As for you, child, step carefully. No path is darker than when your eyes are shut.
Maceranus Ashabelinar.
Now the time has come for me to leave. You have my thanks and my sympathy.
It's almost like she was hinting that she knew what was going to happen to Hawk later. Or rather, also to Hawk's family. And knew the tragedy that was going to be coming Hawk's way.
Macerana's child, your debt is paid in full. It isn't too late to change your mind, Dalen.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart. Elganon. Is this really where the elves live?
Yes, this is it.
Supposedly there are worse alienages. I don't see how, though, unless they're constantly on fire.
I didn't think it would be so... I've never seen so many people in one place before. It seems so lonely.
I've always thought that was an interesting way to put that, because usually when people see a crowd of people, they don't necessarily associate that with loneliness. Usually they associate fewer or less people around means you're going to be more lonely. But that's not how she sees it. She sees that a giant crowd of people, especially people you don't know, you can kind of get lost in, and therefore feel lonely amongst a giant crowd of people. Now, I actually kind of can understand that feeling, because let's just say that if you're someone who doesn't necessarily feel all that outgoing, or you go to social events or parties, and you're just kind of there, and you see other people just kind of hang around talking amongst themselves in groups and such, and you're just kind of there. And you're just kind of looking around, and you don't necessarily feel like you're belonging there. Like, they just don't seem to really care if you're there or not, as if things would go on whether you're there or not, and you can start to feel extremely lonely there. So in that regard, I can actually very much relate to Merril.
This is what city life is like.
You're right. I suppose. Thank you for everything. For all your help. Will you come visit me? Not now, of course. But maybe later. I could use a friend.
I think I can manage that.
Thank you. Oh, I'm thanking you too much, aren't I? I mean it, though.
Interesting that me saying, yeah, I'll visit you, got Fenris rivalry.
He won't go to the Circle willingly, but it's the only place.
Madam, we'll do our best to find your son. But I cannot guarantee his safety if he continues to resist Templar jurisdiction.
He's just a boy.
He's an apostate.
We will obviously continue that later.
I didn't think you'd come. I'll find something relatively clean for you to sit on. Can I get you something to eat or drink? I have water.
I wouldn't drink the water from this part of the city.
I boil it first. A few times, actually. Sometimes it won't stop twitching. I wanted to thank you for bringing me here, but I'm making a mess of it.
Bringing you here wasn't exactly a favor.
It's not pretty, but this is where I need to be. I haven't exactly had many friends, not even among my own clan. This is tricky.
What made you unpopular with the Dalish?
Being first to the Keeper, I was always a bit secluded. I studied magic and history while the others were learning the Via Tanadal. It's good that I left. I'd have made a terrible Keeper. I was never that good with people.
Don't jump to conclusions. We barely know each other.
Oh, I know. I just meant I'm trying. Thank you for coming to visit me, Hawk. It means a lot to me.
Alright, I think we'll go ahead and cut off there. So, by the way, in case you guys are going, stop being mean to Merril. As I tried to say, this run, Hawk is really just kind of irritated and just kind of had it and is pissed off. And a lot of things are just getting to her, where she is just getting so fed up with it. And yeah, sometimes she'll take it out on others or be mad at something specific. But, I mean, the whole thing with, you know, the way the elves treated her, you know, magic, blood magic, demons, just all that stuff, like, she just is so fed up with it and just has little tolerance for it, which is why, yeah, she's kind of taking it out on Merril, but at the same time, she did see her use blood magic and try to defend it, which rubbed Hawk the wrong way. So, yeah, like, I try to sometimes, you know, add sense as to why I play a character a certain way, but yeah. So again, how I am treating characters or playing Hawk doesn't reflect how I actually feel about the characters, okay? Just want to make that point clear, as I said before. So anyways, when we come back, because we have, I think we've gotten everyone except Sebastian, but we can't get him till Act 2. So there's some rumors going around. There's all these other side quests I gotta go turn in and such. I gotta go to the Wounded Coast to deal with those guys. But of course the Wounded Coast is like, hey, go run around and do this other stuff. And we have to go deal with what's going on at the Bone Pit. We gotta go deal with this thing with the Magistrate. There's a number of things to do. We haven't even be able to go to the Gallows yet, and I need to go there to be able to check the merchants and see what they have. So that's kind of stuff that we can work on when we come back. Stay tuned!